But let's take a moment to work with the graphs, because that's where a lot of these multiple choice questions are going to be, and actually what I think you have in your web work. So now that we're good with working with the words, we can kind of describe what's going to happen here, right? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to the right 3, right? Because of this. The second thing that's going to happen is I'm going to smush it by 1/2, right? And then the last thing that's going to happen is I am going to, well, that's not a very good color for this page. I'm going to shift it. Neither is that. Sorry. The notes, that'll all be black. So I'll shift it up 4. But so for this first step, moving it to the right 3, that's something we can do right here. So let's see what that's going to look like. Oops. Undo that. So I'm going to take my graph. I'm going to make a new copy of it. And what I just want to do is I want to shift it to the right 3 units. So I'll place it here, and I will select my graph, and I'm going to shift it to the right 3 units. 1, 2, 3. And kind of while we're doing this, we can pay attention to what happens to the points, right? With the shifting to the right 3, it's not that hard, but it's a good technique to start caring about kind of key points. So I'm going to care about the origin, and this point, and this point. Here, this starts at -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It starts at -6, comma, -6. This starts at 0, 0. And this starts at 6, 6. And so to move these all to the right 3, I would have -3, -6, right? Because I'm changing the x coordinate, I'm moving it to the right. Here I would have 9, 6, this point, and this point. And at this point, I would have 3, 0, right? The y coordinate isn't changing with any of these, and I'm just translating the points 3 to the right. Okay? So the next step I want to do, I'm going to keep track of these 3 points again. The next step I want to do is I want to smush it by 1/2. So basically I'm multiplying the output by 1/2 in each of these. So the output of this point isn't going to change. The output of this point, however, is going to come in, and it's going to turn into what? It's going to turn into the point 9,3. Right? Kind of similar here. This is going to turn into the point -3, -3, because I'm multiplying the output y by 1/2. And you'll see that's kind of what I've already done here. So here we have the graph of 1/2 times f of x minus 3. So there's going to be one more step for us to do, right? And that's the thing that you can barely read right here that says we need to shift the graph up by 4. So let's just pay attention to our key points again. Each of these points is going to be shifted up by 4. And so right now this is -3, -3. Right now this is 3, 0. And this point is 9, 3. And we just want to shift it up by 4. So we're going to add 4 to each of these output values. And you'll see I've actually kind of advanced things for us a little bit, right? So this is -3, 1, like we'd expect. This is 3, and now it's 4. Is the output, and now we have 9, 7. So this is the method you want to use to work with graphs. When they give you a graph and they ask you to translate it, you really want to pay attention to those key points and just do it step by step. I know it's kind of annoying to actually write out these 3 things and do it. You want to just do it all at once in your head, but it really helps to break it down into different parts.